Last week, a video circulated online showing Sigma Alpha Epsilon members at the University of Oklahoma singing a racist chant, which sparked controversy across the nation. While discrimination under Title IX has previously been discussed at Longwood University, this semester has marked a growing awareness of Title IX issues on Longwood's campus. Former Heart of Virginia Free Clinic in Farmville, Virginia, appraised at almost $1.5 million and roughly 26,000 square feet, is unable to find a new owner. To Hannah's surprise, when the broken femur healed, it was stronger than her other leg that was never injured. Each day after, she strove to push herself to run.
I understand the need for security in our outlying areas, especially in the parking lots. We not only need phones, but we need cameras, and we need sometimes lights. So it is something we're looking at all the time and trying to find a way to get that funding in. So it's never off our radar.
My name is Jim Beauvais, and I teach at California University of Pennsylvania. I teach jewelry metals, 3D design, and sculpture there. A board member of the Society of North American Goldsmiths, as is Angela Bubash, one of your faculty here. And I find it more challenging to work with less than to use a lot of elements in my work. And I love the purity of just minimalism, of just abstract expressionism. I think that the jewelry medium, because it borrows from so many different fields, it's one of the most exciting areas for me to work in. It's not just about itself, it's about what do you have to offer me? What can I do with this? And it's just really brilliant to be a part of.
Usually when I think of art, I think of pencil, paper, charcoal, any of that. There are millions of other things you can do besides just draw, which I didn't really realize that. Fortunately, my powder did not come out very well, but I thought it was very interesting to kind of spray paint the metal and to bake it and to watch it gloss. Putting the metal in the little toaster oven, that was kind of nerve-wracking. Other than the air pressure coming out of the machine, I totally jumped. I wanted to run. I wanted to scream. Otherwise, just putting the metal in the toaster. But otherwise, yeah, it was just like cooking.
So later on today, we're actually going to etch plates with salt water. So salt water and electricity, we're going to do salt water etching. And that's a fume-free, well, relatively fume-free way of doing it. Not nearly as toxic and nasty as doing it with the acid. And the results are amazing. So the process of powder coating, the process of saltwater etching is only a small step in the overall process, which can go and become much, much broader and bigger. And that workshop concentration has a different vibe for students, so I love the invitation, and it gives me a chance to share something that I'm specializing in right now and experiencing and bringing it to other people.
People that have been posting things, or professionals that are like, we don't have these things going on our campus. Yeah, because you don't have a videotape rolling all the time. You don't really see that.
After the video was released, the fraternity's charter was revoked, and the members were told by the president of the university to leave their fraternity house within 2 days. That Tuesday, demonstrators marched to the former SAE house, chanting, singing, and discussing changes to make on their campus. While students in Oklahoma seek change, Longwood's Assistant Director of Fraternity and Sorority Life, Andrea Martinez, thinks this incident can be useful on campus.
I think that long term, I hope that it allows us to have some good conversations about race and ethnicity in our campus. I think that we have some opportunities for growth and development in that area within our Greek system and within our university system. I think that there's opportunities for us to be better citizen leaders in that area, and I'm hoping that this could be a catalyst to that conversation.
Although Acevedo believes this situation has caused dialogue at the University of Oklahoma and at other universities across the country, he said the focus has been on racists and not on discussing the issue of racism itself.
They're addressing the incident, right? They're addressing the racist situation, the situation that, you had a group of students do this, that's like a racist incident. I think they missed the mark on the beneficial educational conversation of racism and what this does happen in our campus. Like, we have created some environments where students are not welcomed.
Experience Crunch Cheesy Doritos Loaded, only at 7-Eleven. Stop by your neighborhood Rite Aid today and pick up your favorite Mike and Ike fruit flavor. So many flavors to choose from. Tidewater Tech invites you to attend their inaugural back-to-school fair, Saturday, August 16th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Princess Anne Road in Norfolk. Enjoy a festive atmosphere with live music, games, prizes, and much more. Something for everyone. Tidewater Tech. The campus will also be collecting school supplies for area students. So come out for a good time and a worthy cause. For more event info, give Tidewater Tech a call today. Call 858-TECH. That's 858-8324. For consumer info, visit tidewatertechtrades.edu.
I'm connecting you to the House Call Company. Thanks for calling the House Call Company. How can I make you smile?
Are you constantly on the go, working, running errands, or driving around the kids? Sounds like you could use a dose of relaxation. Join me, Joe Fu, and Z104 as we take over Baxter's on Granby Street in downtown Norfolk every Thursday night. From 11 to 1, it's Mug Nights. We got speed pong tournaments, beer, girls, music, dancing, 18 and up for the ladies, 21 and up for guys. For more info, hit up baxtersportslounge.com.
In a world where blockbusters rule, and sometimes critics can be cruel, someone has to talk film. Reel to Reel, starring Katie Vaughn.
It's a special treat for me. Not sure if any of you will think so, but it certainly is for me. Today, I get to tell you about the Goochland Drive-In. I sat down with the drive-in's owner, John Heidel, to talk about what makes the drive-in so unique compared to other movie theater experiences. John decided to build a brand new drive-in in Central Virginia, which doesn't happen too often. But the process of getting to opening day was lengthy, to say the least.
It was a daunting process to build. There's no book, there's no course on building drive-ins. It took some convincing to the county. We had to find land. It took us about 4 years to find the right spot of land. There's a certain finesse to it. You just don't have a flat piece of land, put a screen up and show movies. You have to have a little bit, there has to be a certain fall to the land. Rows have to have kind of humps so cars can ramp up on them appropriately to have a line of sight to the screen.
The drive-in isn't like a regular indoor theater, where you show up 10 minutes before the show, get your snacks, and walk in to see your flick. Drive-in goers show up 1 to 2 hours before to hang out, chat, play some cornhole, frisbee, or even some football. It's an entire social event before the films even start.
People grab dinner, snacks, they hang out, they talk, they laugh, and then, hey, now the movie comes. Instead of 20 minutes of previews, we have a 10 or 15 minute retro pre-show. We show old vintage TV commercials. Sometimes we'll show an old 8-minute cartoon short from the 60s or 50s or something.
Hey everyone, and by everyone, I mean Mom. For those of you listening for the first time, this is my second podcast on different movie theaters near Richmond, Virginia, and the unique experiences you could have at each one. The first podcast was on the Goochland Drive-In, and this one is on the historic Byrd Theater in downtown Richmond.
The Byrd Theater was built in 1928 as a movie theater. It's never been anything else. That's something that a lot of people just assume. They're just like, oh, well, this used to be like a vaudeville house. Well, the vaudeville age was already done by the time the Byrd was built, or a legit theater, and it wasn't. It was built as a movie theater. But what's great for those that absolutely do consider cinema an art form is the ability to see that art form in an artful place and not just in little curtained blocks.
Moviegoers can experience these second-run films for $1.99, 365 days a year. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Katie Vaughn. Join me next time on Reel to Reel.